It's almost June. Drought conditions continue across many areas of the United States, even though we're starting to get into a pattern that is bringing thunderstorms into the northern plains, North Dakota, southern Canada, Minnesota on a more regular basis. We're just not seeing the widespread coverage yet, and things are beginning to heat up as well, which typically happens, of course, as we get into the summer months. We're not seeing any really unusually warm weather. It's just warming up, which tells us that there will be more evaporation, which means that the increase in thunderstorms won't do the drier areas of the region that much good. And as summer starts, we're really overall still true dry, although some areas are certainly in better shape than others. Let's take a look at the weather pattern this week. Meandering jet stream, fairly mild temperatures working up into the northern plains. Now keep in mind, what I demark here as warm, this time of year, that means temperatures that are in the neighborhood of 70 degrees up into the 80s or up the lower to middle 80s maybe. The hot weather is where it's around 90 or on up into the 90s. And with this meandering jet stream pattern, we're actually seeing a lot of fairly warm air. Not a lot of terribly hot air, except in the southwest desert, South Texas, Mexico, and of course the state of Florida. But a lot of 70 to 80 degree weather throughout the Middle West, which is about right. But you do get considerably more evaporation when it's a sunny day with temperatures in the 70s than you do when temperatures are much cooler. Now, a shower could produce a day with highs in the 60s, but it's mostly going to be fairly mild to warm this first week of June across the northern plains region. No, really cold air is really going through some retreating right now. But as we move on into next week, I do expect to see this ridging, which will start to increase the warm temperatures. And this area of hot weather, 90 degrees or so, will expand into the southern part of the Corn Belt, the southern two-thirds or so of the Great Plains, and that means with the warmer temperatures there'll be even more evaporation. Now down south it's been rainy, and it will continue to be. This week looks quite stormy in the southern plains, the southern part of the deep south, mostly the western part of the mid-south, maybe a better way of saying that. Into the northern plains there will certainly be opportunities for thunderstorms. I just don't expect widespread storms, and so some areas you get under the right shower, you'll get enough rain to get you through for a couple of weeks, but a lot of this region is still going to be dry. And the same thing for the second week. There will be rain chances in the drier sections of the country, probably just not enough. U.S. Drought Monitor this week shows it's still way too dry in most of the northern plains and kind of dry in the northern part of the Corn Belt. That is not likely to change.